Alright, so let me run you through the two trades I took today. One was in the AM session, and one was in the afternoon session. I made about a grand today on my new 50k account. So yeah, anyways, I haven't traded at all this week. So getting into the week, this was kind of what I was looking into. Well, going into today, sorry. I saw this SMT between these two lows. Obviously, S&P was slightly lower than what Nasdaq was, so this liquidity got swept. So I was thinking we're going up, and that's also another thing that I was kind of looking at. So I didn't really take this into consideration as much, but I was looking at this wick here. I could be wrong, but I believe I've heard ICT say that you can look at wicks as gaps. So I was kind of looking at it almost as like a fair value gap. And if you have a look, it's quite important. The wicks the candles don't close inside this wick. It's just wicking it, which is a good indication that we could be going up. Again, I could be wrong, but yeah. Anyways, I saw a shift in structure here. We had this fair value gap put in, and obviously it turns into inverse fair value gap. And once we tapped into this, well, not once we tapped into it, but I also was waiting for this, and look what this was. This left us in a discount. So on top of being in the 1050 and 1110 macro and in a silver bullet, I had an inverse in discount in those times. I'm bullish. So anyways, yes, I targeted this opening range gap. That's what I kind of targeted today. For my first trade, took a trade here, kind of right on it. I mean, if I go onto it exactly, yeah, you can see I got it there. So very little drawdown, targeted this gap, and that was me. Anyways, so going into the lunch, 12 to 1, and this value get marked out, and I'm going to tell you now. Now I entered on it on this inverse here, just before this macro, and in hindsight, I shouldn't have done this. This was bad trading from me. If you have a look, we ended up sweeping this. Now I held my stop loss was under here, so mine was something like, however, it was something like that, targeting that. So I didn't get a great risk to reward, but it was something along these lines is what I kind of targeted. Eventually I moved it up, so it's a bit more like that. But yeah, so that was kind of what I was looking at. But I took it, if you have a look here, I took my trade here, my buy here, and I should have taken it inside this macro here. Because why? Fair value gap, displacement. We also, if I mark it out, I haven't even marked it out yet, but I can tell you, in a discount. So really good reasons to enter this fair value gap down, targeting these highs. So I had a tiny bit of drawdown, I think it was about 300, but I kind of knew in the long run we were going to target these highs, so I held. Again, in hindsight, I should have taken it to the macro, but yeah, but took these highs, good trade. In the end, turned out to be a good trade. Kind of, I entered here, pulled up, so I was in profit for a bit, but we hadn't taken anything. I figured we were going to come back down to this fair value gap, so I kind of held it. Held my stop loss to move it to break even. We ended up rallying up towards the back end kind of this macro, so, and just after, which was really nice. So kind of gave me 2% for the day, which was really nice. And yeah, that was my trade. The two trades I took, nothing too crazy. Quite basic in the end. I shouldn't have taken that one trade when I did, and I should have taken it slightly later, but it worked out in the end. Just wasn't the greatest nor the smartest trade. So yeah, that was the trade and the trades that I took today.